This is a real talk retelling. I made a few mistakes in this recording of this audio, but at the end, I have amended a few of those. If I have missed anything, feel free to leave a comment down below to correct me. I'm going to tell you the story of Moses. This is part one. We've seen the movie Prince of Egypt. It was actually my favorite movie growing up until I realized it was all lies. Moses wasn't no 20-something-year-old man. He was 80 when he first heard from the Lord. 80 years old. Let that sink in. We're all out here wondering, why God don't talk to me? Why God? But he was 80 years old. Things take time, okay? He was a mature old man. All right. So let's get into it. Prince of Egypt was a great movie. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and watch it. Great soundtrack, lovely graphics, ahead of its time. It was wonderful. I still love watching it, even though the story accuracy is not quite right. But it's an adaptation, so what can you expect? Can't be too harsh on it. Anyway, let's start off with Moses. In the beginning, the Pharaoh was out here like anybody 2 and under gotta go, gotta get murked. We gotta kill them. We can't have it. They rising up. Like, okay, so let's go back a little further. The Pharaoh, we know the story of Joseph. I spoke to you. If you haven't, go ahead and go back and listen to Joseph's story because that was some crazy work too. But a Pharaoh that didn't know Joseph and his clan, his crew, his whole family, he was like the Jews. They getting too much, or not the Jews, the Israelites. They getting too much. There's too much of them. He was getting scared of them. He was scared of them and their power and their God and all of those things. And he's like, you know what? They're gonna rise up, so they're gonna take over. They getting bigger. They getting a little too big for their bridges, and I don't like all of that. So what we gotta do, we gotta set them straight, depopulate, and we had them working harder, not smarter, had them doing a lot of work, and they gonna get whipped if they ain't gonna do it right. The Pharaoh, why did he set out? He set out for the children. Oh yeah, because he didn't want them to grow bigger. They didn't want them to grow larger. So he was like, get rid of all the male children. They gotta go because the seed comes down through the male and impregnates the. You know how that works. You've had you taken health class and stuff in school. I trust you to understand how all that works. So he's like, he didn't want that their genes passed down through, uh, and have more of them. So that genealogy. He said they gotta go. Why did he have that come up in his mind? Who knows? But he said he told the midwives of the Israelite women to, kill their babies. So just kill them. Just kill any male child. Kill them. They gotta go. The the Egyptian midwife, was too scared of their God, too scared of them. Like she's like, no, they're too feisty. They gonna whoop my ass if I kill their baby, and I don't want to have to handle those hands or deal with their God like that. Like you crazy out if you can go kill them if you want to, but I ain't. So they out here not doing what the Pharaoh said to do. So the Pharaoh set out for them to take any 2-year-olds and under males and kill them for a time. However long that went on, just massacring small children, which is crazy. And so the woman of the Levites, she goes and she hides the baby. And then the daughter of the Pharaoh finds the baby and was like, oh, and she sees a young girl, I think, and that's his sister because she followed him and made sure he was okay. Well, it stayed, to make sure he was okay. And she told her to take this child to his mother so he can suckle, and then bring him back to her and she'll raise him as her own. And so the daughter did. So the mom raised him for 2 years until he was off the breast. I believe it was 2 years, till she weaned him off the breast. Don't quote me on this. I'm gonna have to double check and do my due diligence. And so she came back and she raised him up until he was like a young man. Till one day, because he went out to look at his brethren, like, what y'all out here doing? The Prince of Egypt makes it seem like he didn't know, and I think in the scripture, it made it seem like he did know this is his people. Like, I know who y'all be. He knew who his family was. He knew who his brothers was. Like, he knew who his family was. He didn't like what he saw. He saw a scuffle and a scattle, and he went over there to break it up, defend. I don't know. He killed a man. I think it was on accident, but I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm gonna have to do some more. Um, he thought nobody knew. Oh, no, no, no. Something happened. Yeah, he thought nobody knew. He slew the man, right? Thought nobody knew or saw it. And then the next day, his brother was like, he was trying to like break up something. He was like, who? They were like, who are you to tell us? Like, you killed a man. He's like, what you mean I killed a man? How you know about that? We saw it, brother. We saw your murdering ass. And they was like, oh, damn. So he ran. Because he didn't want the Pharaoh to kill him. Like, he really just thought he was a man. I'm thinking he was about 40 years old at this point. He had to be 40 because 40 years later is when he was like 80. So yeah, he was 40 when this happened, when he out here killing people and ran away. He met his wife out in the desert at a well. They brought him in because he helped them or something like that. Jethro gave his daughter to him to marry, to wed, whatever. They out here living happily ever after. He's out here being a shepherd, got his little staff and doing his shepherding stuff and going to go get a sheep that went astray and all those things. Came across a burning bush that was just burning out there, not shriveling it up, just encased in fire. And he's like, what is this phenomenon? It's so wonderful. He walked up over there and started talking to him. He said, hey, Moses, take off your sandals. And he said, say less, Bush, say less. I'm taking off these sandals. This is holy ground. Okay, I believe you. And so he started talking to the bush, which has turned out to be the Lord. And the Lord told him to go back to Egypt and free his people. You know, let my people go type stuff. And he's like, but Lord, I'm but a lowly man. I can't speak. I stutter. He said, do as I say and you'll be okay. He said, nay, Lord, I's not good enough. And the Lord's trying to tell him he's good enough, but he said, I's not. I's not. See, the Lord be trying to tell y'all good and do what I say. If I tell you to do it, you good enough. Like, you good, bro. You good. But he was like, nah, I ain't. He wasn't believing it. Like, I must be hallucinating. I'm out here talking to a bush. I'm crazy. And so the Lord was like, fine. I will send you with your brother Aaron. He'll do all the speaking because Aaron's a good speaker. He out here got the gift of gab. So he's like, okay, I'll go with Aaron. Yes, send Aaron. He'll be my mouthpiece. He'll do all the talking. So he went with Aaron. They went up to the, where they up to? They went back to the Pharaoh to like, hey, Pharaoh. Oh, but before he went, the Lord warned him that the Pharaoh ain't gonna do it. But so he went up there. He's like, Pharaoh, let these people go, right? You doing too much. They ain't do nothing to you. Like, let them go. Lord wants it. And the Pharaoh's like, no, bro. They ain't going nowhere. He's like, okay, say less. I tried to warn you. God's gonna put some 10 plagues on y'all. And he's like, they're like, do it, bro. We ain't worried. We ain't scared. And he was like, you should be scared. Look at this. He threw his staff because the Lord told him to throw his staff and it turned into a snake. And they were like, oh, you thought that was something special? Magicians do the same thing. And they went over there and threw staffs too. They little sticks. And then everybody like, ooh and until Moses' staff, whatever, rose up and swallowed them whole. And then he went ahead, picked up his staff by the tail, and by the snake by the tail, was staff again. But they was like, we ain't worried, bro. Go with all that. We ain't doing. Tell them they got to get up earlier, and they can't eat. And we're gonna whoop their ass some more just because you even have the audacity to come after us. And so they went back. His people were mad as hell because, like, Moses, what the fuck? What the hell did you come here to do? Like, they making it worse on us. Like, why would you do this? He was like, hey, I talked to y'all elders. Y'all said it was cool. They were like, Okay, so they made it worse. God started with the plagues. He started with the locusts, the blood in the water. People getting a little scared. And they're like, God, they like, Pharaoh, let them go. Let them go. And Pharaoh's like, nah, son. Nah, this ain't nothing. We can make it through. They got the famines. And they over there living lovely, living lavish up in the Israelites' land, I guess. They out here fine and stuff. But the Egyptians out here, they like, man, what is happening? What is happening? And Pharaoh just still ain't like his heart is hard, and he's like, this is fine. We can do it, until the last one. God was like, all right, take the blood of the lamb, put it on the door. We're going to pass over. He wouldn't kill all the firstborns. All the firstborns got to go. Put the blood of the lamb on your doorway, and we know to pass over. So he told all his people, and his people did what it do. They did what it do. The Egyptians didn't know. They didn't do what it do, which I'm a little confused, but I'm not even going to, because in the adaptation, also in the book, in the adaptation it was clear, but in the book it was kind of unclear. Like, is the Pharaoh firstborn or not? In the book, he was the firstborn, and he did not die. In the movie, in the Prince of Egypt. Why was he still alive? And so after that, the Pharaoh's like, get your shit, get your shit, get your shit, and get out. And they did. They went and took, because they went and took, like, stuff of the Egyptians, like, the Egyptians gave them things, like, took the things and stuff like that, jewelry and all that stuff, borrowed, whatever have you, I don't know. And they set off to be in the woods, the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights, I think. Initially, they wasn't supposed to be gone long, but then they wasn't never going to come back. I don't know, because the Pharaohs were, they wasn't going to come back. I don't know, something like that. Anyways, they left. Then the Pharaoh changed his mind. It's like, hell no, wait a minute. Like, they really just got my firstborn killed. When it was really him, like, all you had to do was listen. But, isn't that all of us? We don't really like to listen. We do what we want to do, hear what we want to hear, move forward, think we know best, right? So that's what the Pharaoh was doing. And he was like, after them. And so he was after them. Moses came to the Red Sea, parted it. They ran up across, and then they was free. That's the end of part 1. That's what happened. That's the story of Moses and let my people go. Part 2, what happened afterwards in the wilderness. We'll get into that next time. Okay, real quick before you go, I just wanted to come on here and clear up some things and also give a little bit of commentary, like the lessons learned from this part 1. So, quick things I wanted to clear up. Number 1 is he wasn't just killing children 2 years and under. I got that mixed up from a different story. I think at part of these I was getting really mixed up. So, like from other parts of the Bible and other stories. So, what he was doing was having them kill the babies as soon as they were born. Or I think if they've seen any babies, like, kill them, I guess. I don't know if they had, like, a particular age restriction, if it was under 2 or not. I don't think it said that. But I believe I was getting that mixed up with the story of Jesus, which, the parallels in these stories are real. And the midwives didn't want to be killing the babies because, like he was saying, the Hebrew women are lively and just be delivering. So I guess they just deliver their babies. And so I guess the Hebrew wives can kind of tell that their babies is alive. I don't know, like they just did not want to just go take their babies and kill them. Like they wasn't about to be about that life and have those deal with those kind of, like, no. And so another thing I wanted to clear up was Moses wasn't saying he was stuttering. He said he was slow of speech. He didn't speak well. And Aaron, he was a speaker. He was a talker. He can do all the speaking and the gestures. I don't know if Moses is shy, is he was just slow at speech, but that's what he said. So Aaron was his right-hand man. Aaron was the one that threw down the staff to show them, it turned into a serpent and things like that, and really performing miracles as Moses commanded him to or told him to, as God told him to tell him to. So Aaron was really out there by his side doing a lot of things. I was saying Moses was doing it, but really Aaron was out there with him doing these things. Another thing I think I wanted to speak on that I need to clear up was that Moses intentionally killed that man. He looked both ways before he crossed that street, and he knew exactly what he was doing. So I know I said it might have been an accident. There was no accident there. He was just straight out murdering. He was murking. I think that's all the things. If you notice any other things I need to clear up, Oh, 40 days and 40 nights. I definitely was thinking I get a lot of things mixed up with Jesus in it. I think they were supposed to be gone with for like 3 days, and at least that's what they were telling the Pharaoh. And yeah, they ended up out there for 40 days. So we'll get into that in the next part, I think. Those are the things I needed to clear up. If you notice anything else, go ahead, leave a comment down below and just help clear it up for everyone. Like I said, make sure you actually read your own KJV Bible because the words matter, the story matter. Mine is just a retelling, just a quick little synopsis, I guess. Really go ahead and do your own due diligence for what it really says. Next thing I wanted to speak about is just like the lessons learned. Like Moses was 80. Like I can't stress that enough. People might have like, oh, he was young. It's like God talks to you when you like it's time. Like you was like, oh, he's not speaking to me, or it's not happening fast enough, or it doesn't happen when I want it to, or it doesn't even happen the way I want it to. Like God told him what to do, promised him, what was gonna happen. It didn't happen as soon as he thought, and it did get worse before it got better. And sometimes it just be like that. A lot of things get worse before it gets better. And I know that personally in my own life for a lot of different things. Um, so don't be so quick to give up, especially if you know God is telling you something or telling you to do something and other people are against it or you just don't see it happening, it don't seem right. Just keep going, push through because if God told you, then he knows more than you. Like he knows what you can and can't do. He knows what you can handle and what you can't handle if he's telling you to do something. Sometimes we put our own things on us and it was like, I can't go, but really it was just our own things that we put on us. But God does not lie. He's gonna be with you, okay? So just trust and obey what you know God is telling you. That's really what I wanted to say about that. And don't lean on to your own understanding, your own timing. Like God knows. So it's not just about you. Like if he's telling you to do something, whatever, it's not just about you. It's like more of a collective because everything is connected. And so it's more than just you. So don't just think about it as in, oh, God's not doing this for me fast enough. Just think about the whole picture instead of just that one little tiny detail or the one little part of you that is you? So that's all we want to say. If you really stuck around, thank you so much. And if you enjoyed my commentary or my retelling, my personal retelling, the way I retell a story, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you like and let YouTube know so it can just push me out into the algorithm. Algorithm. Anyways, so to let other people know as well. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video, part 2. Goodness gracious, I did it again. I said 40 days. They were out there for 40 years. 40 years, 40 years, 40 years. That's what I was trying to say. That's what I meant to say. Just wanted to go ahead and clear that up. Okay, thank you. Bye. Thank you for listening to Real Talk Retellings. I appreciate you.